Jumbo Habari Gani. It's your boy MongoSlade. We are here to discuss nothing. We're here to watch WWF Unforgiven 2001, a pay per view I do not remember seeing. So it ought to be fun to watch this in real time with some of my friends. And I watch old pay per views by myself all the time. And I'm always surprised by some of the things that I see, but I always like watching it with you guys more because you guys have probably studied this stuff. I had stopped watching wrestling by this point in time in 2001, so my my knowledge of this is limited to say the least. So um, I hear while we wait for people to come in, I hear that for some odd reason Janelle Grant has a PR team. I'm hearing that uh, they're having a conference call and a bunch of other stuff going on right now. I don't understand it. I would think that the story that she tells about the situation she went through with Vince would speak for itself, and she wouldn't need a PR team. I also question where the money's coming from to pay for all these PR efforts and these high-powered attorneys, because she was some put upon young lady not too long ago. Now she's got a super powered PR team. I'm not, saying that it's a bad thing to have one. I'm just surprised that she has one or that she feels like she needs one. I don't think she needs one. Most people seem to believe her. And what does she need a PR team for? She doesn't even do anything in the public. But in any event, um, if anything important comes out of that, maybe I'll do another video before I go to bed. But if not, we'll just sit here and watch 2001 Unforgiven, have some fun, the good old days of pro wrestling. We'll get started about 5 after. Hello to everybody who's come in, even though nobody said anything yet. Everybody just seems to be hiding. Why you hiding? Come on out. Say what's up to your boy. Uh, Tony Khan is back on Busted Open Radio doing interviews. I don't know why, but apparently he's they're back in his good graces. So that's a thing that I suppose is happening now. WG Field Top Dog, what's up? I'm glad to see both of you guys here. Glad you guys could stop by. Even if you can't watch the show and you're at work or something, that's cool. You can always watch the show later. I'm just going to give my commentary as the show goes on, and maybe talk about some random things. AJ3, how you doing, sir? Put you on stage for a little bit. Um, oof. Like I said before, I didn't see this show when it aired, and I'm not sure even what's on it outside of the synopsis that I've already looked at. So outside of that, I'm not sure what's on this show. But don't tell me. I want to be surprised. I want to be able to watch the show. And you say you're at a game. What kind of game? Is it a football game? Is it a basketball game? Zikid says, yo, WWE or AEW suck now because it's not good. I think day wrestling is not going to get any better now. Well, that's unfortunate. Top Dog has a question. He says, do you think who do you think pulled off the mullet better in the late '80s and early '90s? Uncle Jesse from Full House or AC Slater from Saved by the Bell? You know, I think Uncle Jesse, both of them, for some odd reason, were like heartthrobs. You know, like they were two guys that a lot of the demographics really liked them. Weren't they both Hispanic? What isn't John Stamos? Isn't he Hispanic? Um, I think that probably benefited both of them. Mario Lopez is Hispanic, like super. He became super Hispanic out of nowhere too. Your little Burrows football. Hope he wins. Hope he doesn't get hurt. Hope he scores some damn points. It's like he's not like an offensive lineman or anything. He ain't gonna score no points on the offensive line. John Stamos is Greek. Oh well, never mind. No, he said Greek. He's saying Italian. We got to get the 23andMe on this guy. And I don't care enough. I thought he was Hispanic. Either way, it's almost time to get the show started. It's 5 after on the East Coast. Well, Eastern Standard Time, which is technically the East Coast. So everybody should boot up Peacock right now. I'll give you all a minute or two to get to Peacock. And I also need to turn my my thing back on. Okay. So in let's say 30 seconds, we're all gonna press play at the same time. WG Field says Travis is right. He's Greek. Interesting. All right. So in about 20 seconds, we will be starting the show. 10. No, let's say 20 seconds. I'm losing my mind here. Have you ever listened to hair metal like Bon Jovi and Guns N' Roses? Absolutely. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I love Guns N' Roses, by the way. I kind of like Bon Jovi. I really love Guns N' Roses. But I like Bon Jovi too. You know, but Guns N' Roses is kind of my favorite. Of that genre, I think Guns N' Roses is my favorite. But I like Bon Jovi too. They're about to do.
Miss Jennifer Holiday sings America the Beautiful.
This must have been around 9/11 because they're doing America the Beautiful at WrestleMania. Ooh wee, that's sister going to church. Vince loved having him some black people singing about America. Boy, every WrestleMania there's a black person singing about America. I think it became a little bit more Hispanic as time went on, though. It was a week after 9/11. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That 80s and 90s Motley Crue style works looks so awesome. The hairstyle, if a wrestler could really pull off the hairstyle from back in the day, like I think Dolph tried it. It didn't quite work. But if you could do like I think Van Hammer also tried it. If you could try that hairband look today, it would look dated, but it also look kind of cool. That's kind of what makes Lexus King work because he's kind of doing that too. AJ3 misses America the Beautiful, but thank Triple H now everything has to be the national anthem. Yeah, it's pretty dumb that he wanted to change this. People like traditions, and Vince's whole thing was America the Beautiful. That was a WWE thing. Top Dog saying black leather jackets or black leather jackets with cool mullets, etc. I mean, yeah, guys can try that. Who's going to be the cool white guy to do it though? Somebody's got to be thinking outside of just being a bum. Is that Martin Luther King? Oh, Jesus. Martin Luther King, Mount Rushmore. What's up with Vince McMahon and Martin Luther King? Love Girl, how you doing? Did you hear that the Lucha Brothers are going to be on the main roster and Motor City Machine Guns are going to debut on NXT October 1st? What do you think about that? I heard that the Lucha Brothers were going to come straight to Raw and SmackDown. I don't really lose no sleep over it. My question would be why? Because they clearly could use some time in NXT to get over the language barrier. Because I don't think either one of them speaks English that great. And you're just incentivizing putting them in the LWO and all, or Legado del Fantasma or something. But Mark Jenny Machine Guns as player coaches in NXT is probably the right idea anyway. Auntie's wig is something else. Auntie, do something about that wig, please. WG Phil says, how immediate was the aftermath of 9/11 on TV? I was 11 months when it happened. I can tell you, it was a hard turn in every direction. Everybody became super patriotic, even the communists. You know, there was very few people. This was a time where, folks on both sides of the aisle would string you up for saying something bad about the USA. So it unified everybody for a little while, and then all of a sudden they started blaming everything. That's before Bush went to war, though. As soon as Bush went to war, it was over. But everybody became super America at that point. Man, the amount of blood they got going on here. Shane and Booker T versus The Rock. Huh. Okay. Let's see if that buries Booker T or not. I'm interested in Steve Austin versus Kurt Angle, though. I'm not sure how many of their matches I've seen. I don't remember seeing too many of their matches. I knew they wrestled quite a bit, though. But I'm not sure how many of their matches I actually watched. What's up with all these faces? Like, whoever decided to do this crazy Steve Austin face is a crazy artist. What are my 3 favorite America theme songs? God Bless America, America the Beautiful, or the Star Spangled Banner? I like God Bless America and America the Beautiful, and I also, believe it or not, I like the Black National Anthem. I actually like that song. We used to sing it when I was a kid when I went to Woke Middle School. And then, of course, it became a huge wedge issue because of the NFL and the NBA and everybody. But I always liked that song. I'm trying to think of a Lift Every Voice and Sing. I think it's called. So Many Signs. Good old JR. And WWF New York. That joint was packed. Oh, great start to the show. It's the Hardy Boys. A very wet Matt Hardy. His shirt is soaked. What is your 9/11 story, Mongo? Where were you? And the MLK Vince is a huge MLK fan. That's his hero. I was skipping school that day when 9/11 happened. I was supposed to be in school. I think I was 17. So I was supposed to be in school. Instead, I watched it on TV. I remember not really believing it. I didn't think it was real, actually. It took a while for it to really set in. Did the Peacock dub this song? This song doesn't sound real. And why in the world is the Hurricane teaming up with Lance Storm? What is going on here? What was my favorite era of LeBron James? I don't watch basketball. Oh, he's the European champion. Interesting. Oh no! Oh no! It's the Big Show. Oh no! Oh my God! Big Show and Spike Dudley. Whose idea was this? This was this like a battle bowl thing that I didn't know nothing about? Cause that sounds really random. Why no one sings Johnny Comes Marching Home anymore? I don't know. That's a good question. This match has gone from being something interesting to being wacky as hell already. Darren Miles was 3 years old and was laughing because he thought it was a SpongeBob. Oh, that's dark. That's dark. Oh, I thought America Dying was SpongeBob. Ho, 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 ho. That's sad. Now, why is this match happening? Why can't the Dudleys just wrestle the Hardys and I don't have to watch Big Show? And the Hurricane is a singles champion, so he should be defending his singles title. It's 2000s WWF. It's scratch logo WWF, so who knows? Which do you think was worse, 9/11 or the pandemic shutting everything down? Oh, that's a really good question. That's a really good question. I think the pandemic. I think I just saw Actual Justice Warrior. He was talking about how the pandemic may have actually harmed people's brain. Like it may have actually caused some people brain damage. You know, and it was extremely traumatizing to most of the country. Um, it was not a good time for that 9/11 stuff. But the pandemic, I mean, the amount of fear and how quickly people turned on each other. You know, the idea of everybody supposed to work together and to the point of everybody snitching on their neighbors and you used to we were I think the internet has a lot to do with that because we started seeing like Canadians at the border with the American flag like help us. So I think like that was worse. That was worse. You know, the internet was there in 2001, but that was very unique to the United States. You know, 9/11. But the pandemic, you got to see people at their absolute worst, and it was divisive as hell. People did not come together in that moment. Instead, they, you know, and I was one of those people that was divisive as hell at the time. Hell, the government trying to force you to stay in your house. People lost jobs. People lost, you know, careers. Children lost years of their life. People lost their grandparents and, you know, other family members from COVID symptoms and stuff like this. You know, there was a bunch of people being blamed for spreading COVID when you can't even prove that they have it, all kinds of stuff. So, yeah, I think the pandemic was worse than 9/11. In terms of breaking everybody's brain, yeah, the pandemic was worse than 9/11. But 9/11 was pretty bad. Don't get me wrong. It was bad. It was not. It was not a good time. Why didn't I bring? I did not bring a bottle of water up here, because I certainly need it. Do you believe that America lost its innocence when a 9/11 happened? I don't think America was innocent in the first place. Ooh, wow. That was a hell of a bump for the flapjacks. I don't believe America ever had any innocence, but I believe that it being the first large-scale foreign attack decades, I don't, that was something. That was an interesting time. You know, that was very interesting. Yeah, people were fighting over tissue, and they were rationing out tissue and stuff. It was sick. The Hurricane Landstorm theme is the theme song from the White Chicks menu screen. I'm mad at you for watching the White Chicks. Fact. So why do people keep saying America lost its innocence during 9/11? I think it's because they didn't believe that America could ever be attacked, and then it finally happened. Because it hadn't happened since the days of the founders. A foreign government or foreign actors or whatever engaged in a large scale attack on the United States that led to 3,000, maybe even well over 3,000 people died, because 3,000 people died just and the towers falling. But then there was countless police officers and firefighters who got sick and died, and civilians who got sick and died from the smoke and the smog, and um, all kinds of ancillary deaths. Like, people didn't see that kind of thing coming. So that's why they say America lost its innocence. But I would argue that the people should have. I don't want to say should have known it was coming, but I don't want to get into too many conspiracy theories. But there was an idea that something like that could happen. Top Dog says, to be fair, I do think some of this happened before the pandemic, especially since 2016, with the Me Too movement and the media super focus on Trump and injecting the message into shit. Yes, but the culture war has been there for years. Whoa, what are they doing? Spike Dudley rules. Too bad the Big Show sucks. Anyway, the culture war is what it is. But when you see people snitching on their neighbors, you know, people was calling the cops on their, on their neighbors for, going outside and having a cigarette. When you saw the politicians having parties while they told you to stay at home, that kind of stuff was unbearable. It was horrible to deal with. When you got like Stephen Colbert or whatever doing vaccine commercials on his show, that was awful. Like, that was truly awful and very divisive. When they started saying that, you're the reason grandma dies and you're spreading COVID, you're a super spreader. Ooh, wait. We don't even know who the legal man is. This thing is just breaking down into chaos. This thing is just breaking. So I didn't even know it was elimination. I thought this match was one pin, one submission. It turns out it's elimination instead. Spike Dudley, very underrated. Spike Dudley's doing work in there, brother. I wonder, why didn't I know this kind of weird, but Spike Dudley not being in the Hall of Fame along with the rest of the Dudley boys, it's kind of sick, isn't it? It's kind of sad, right? I get it that Bubba Ray and Devon are the most important ones, and I get that, but you're not putting in Big Dick Dudley. You're putting in Spike Dudley, who's an important part of the gimmick. Top Dog feels like the media going all in on bashing Trump was huge. Felt like the media as a whole hated Trump and everyone that supported him. Well, that's still the case. That's been the case almost 10 years now. It's not like it stopped happening. That's still the case right now. They hate Trump supporters right now. Now we're down to the two teams that I wanted to see anyway, the Dudleys versus the Hardys. So this is fine. The crowd is very raucous. They're very loud here. It seemed like okay, we got all the spots and everything out the way. Now it's time to work a traditional tag team match. Where did Matt go? The crowd chanting for tables because they don't care about matches. They just care about crashing. Teddy Long is the referee. I just not noticed that. Amazing. Teddy Long came from being a referee to being a Hall of Famer. Ain't that something? I wonder why Vince decided to push Teddy Long. Ooh. I forgot about the was joint. They didn't even do the gimmick. Were they not doing that yet? Or no, they was doing it in the 90s. He headbutted him in the nuts and then immediately went into a chin lock. Boy, if you don't stop. I just headbutted you in the nuts and I'm gonna put you in a chin lock? Like, what is that about? That Steve Austin video over there with the faces is driving me nuts. It's scaring the hell out of me. Oh, that was a sloppy body slam, power slam. Why do you think the reason that teenagers and young adults have been so soft and hypersensitive for the past 10 something years? I think a lot of that has to do with the way that they were raised and the way our system punishes behavior now. Just like you used to be able to draw pictures of guns and stuff like that in school, you can't do it anymore. Like now, kids used to be suspended for like finger guns and stuff like that. Like we live in a very weird time where people are punished for nothing and yet punished for everything at the same time, which is a very weird thing. Like any perceived threat is a punishable offense, but actually being a bully and punching people in the face or whatever is almost never acted upon. And typically it's because, they have other reasons why they want the bully to stay in school. Either they need the money to make sure that the student is there, or they're afraid of being called racist or whatever. But it's sad. This match is almost 15 minutes. Well, I guess it shouldn't be too bad with these two teams in it. And then they got rid of those other teams pretty quickly. Jeff is a fantastic babyface in peril. That whisper in the wind, when it hit, it hit. It was pretty good. As he got older, though, it got a little bit more sloppy, and he actually people stopped taking it full force. But to go back to the original question, I think once you started having these kids be punished for being offensive, that forced people to be sensitive. Like when you saw that you can get your teacher fired or your principal fired by pretending to be offended, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you do that? AJ3 says, I wouldn't be surprised we teach our kids how to use guns. Well, I gotta say, I'm not 100% against teaching your kid how to use a gun. You know, I'm 100% against buying your kid a gun, but I think your kid learning to respect weapons is not a problem. Oh, 3D! Ooh-wee. Top Dog says it's just weird seeing teenagers and young adults in the 90s being anti-PC and all about Beavis and Butthead grunge to being politically correct and super sensitive 20 years later. Yeah, it's because the left won the culture war. They were the anti-PC kind. They were the Beavis and Butthead generation. And then they grew up, realized, oh, that was it? That's the finish? Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. Not a big fan of the finish, but okay, the Dudley Boys won. It wasn't bad. But yeah, a lot of those guys that were upset about everything, they just kind of grew up, but they coddled their children. And the teachers coddled the children. So they didn't grow up as feral as kids in the 80s and 90s. Darren Miles said that I still remember the Stop Bowling campaign. I guess it means bullying. Used to be a star. We had commercial with P. Diddy and oh Lord. I'm gonna address this in a second. R. Van Dam and Stephanie McMahon on the screen. What did they talk about? I can't believe Vince let her do this. She looks like a whore, and she sounds like one too. This is crazy.
Oh. Well, I'll go take care of Jericho.
I bet. That's a good question. I don't know if anybody ever asked her, did she want to be a TV personality? It just seemed like she got thrown on TV, and there it is. Look at this little twink Michael Cole. Who was he talking to? Oh, that's Kurt Angle's mom? Oh, Jackie Angle. This ought to be very nice. Diddy and Kelly about to be sharing a cell. They're going to do a remix. Somebody's going to put somebody's key in the ignition. That's all I'm going to say. There's not enough baby oil in that joint to put the key in the ignition. There's not enough baby oil in there. Not good. Hey, that's his brother, who would be in the wrestling business a little bit later, Eric Angle. Whoa. Look at how polite the fans are, not interrupting the shot. People not trying to yell into the microphone or anything like that, be disrespectful. That R. Kelly and Gayle King interview, it's cringe, but it's funny as hell. R. Kelly, it's one of the most memed interviews ever. Wait a minute, Raven about to wrestle Perry Saturn on this television show? Why is Perry Saturn a WWF guy? He should clearly be an ECW guy. Oh no, it's a Moppy story. Oh no, Raven is putting it in the grinder. Oh my goodness. Oh my word. Oh my God, Moppy. These guys had a great storyline, great thing in WCW. Even though the crowd did not care about the matches, they didn't care about Perry Saturn at all. But their WWF thing is because Raven destroyed a mop. Okay. I always liked Raven's WWF thing. Look at Scotty. You could tell Scotty juiced up right here. He's in too good a shape. Wrestling without a shirt on and everything. Look at you. Come on. Stevie Richards was telling stories about Raven's mental status the other day about, he's slower than ever before and, he's thinking that something's wrong with him. Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure he did drugs for 30 years. There's definitely something wrong with Raven's brain. Thoughts on trademark John Cena's cousin? I don't get it. What's that? P. Diddy and Suge Knight needs to share a cell together. It'd be very poetic. Well, neither one of them. Well, Suge ain't getting out for real. For real, Suge ain't getting out of it. So the Moppy and Saturn angle was so entertaining and funny. It was pretty much Saturn's last run after the jobber incident, and the APA put the boots to him. Let me turn this down. Really unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, Saturn was a guy who got over doing the WWF audience likes weird things. He can go out there and do the 450s and all the moves he wants to do. It wasn't going to get him over. But talking to a mop, that worked. So strange how things work out in the World Wrestling Federation. But both of these guys are jacked. I mean, Saturn's always been jacked. Even when he was in ECW, he was jacked. Raven is unusually jacked here. And it says a lot that he's trying to impress Vince by working out. And Vince just kept seeing him as Johnny Polo. I know that had to be a sad, sad time. He told stories about that. He talked about that a little bit in different interviews, that he got into great shape when he knew he was going to go work in WWF so he could wrestle with his shirt off. But Vince just kept seeing him as Johnny Polo. And I think part of this was Raven quitting before, when he was a producer and he had quit and went to work in ECW because he wanted to continue wrestling. And it was also a weird thing. I think he had a weird relationship with Shane McMahon too, that Raven was talking about. That basically the relationship that Dr. Jerry Graham had with Vince, that Raven had with Shane, that he was just a bad influence. And Vince didn't like that. But he didn't fire him. But he was talking about how he was banging all the chicks in the Titan Towers and everything. Raven has had some really great stories from his days working in the office. But he didn't want to work in the office. He wanted to be a wrestler. Just think of how things would have changed if he had just stayed his ass in the office. With his intelligence, he could have went pretty far. But he wanted to be a wrestler. And he got to be world champion in ECW, so that was something. Unfortunately, he didn't go much further than that. I think he did become the NWA world champion eventually, but by then it didn't matter. Terry is an interesting character too. You don't hear a lot about Terry. Terry Runnels, that is. You don't hear a lot about her at all in terms of wrestling personalities. I think she did a really good job as Marlena. In terms of separating herself from Marlena, I'm not so sure what her legacy is now. Like, what do people know Terry for at this point? She's been out of the business for a really, really long time. She pops up for documentaries every once in a while. She accused Brock Lesnar of flashing her. But it's not, I don't know if she's like on the outs with the Fed or not. And if she is, why would she be? Well, I don't know. She is the former sister-in-law of Cody. Diddy and Suge Knight would probably try to kill each other. Well, I think that's a one-way street. I think in a physical fight, I don't know Diddy got much of a chance. But I'm pretty sure Diddy got enough money and connections, even though he might go to prison, that he could have Suge Knight's birth certificate erased. I would not fuck around unless you were the federal government. I wouldn't fuck around with Diddy. All the kind of stuff that he's got to have some connections. Like when Kanye West called him a Fed, I believe it. I 100% believe it. And I believe that the only reason he's being taken down right now is because they got some corroborating witnesses. They got some people who are willing to talk. Otherwise, they wouldn't be messing with Diddy right now. But I think they've figured out how they can arrest these guys and charge them, even though there's videotapes of blackmail information and stuff on all these people. And they're just gonna seal all that shit for 75 years or whatever until people forget about it. Just like they did with the Finders. I don't know if you guys remember that, but there was like a satanic cult called the Finders. There was kidnapped children were being kidnapped and taken underground and all that kind of stuff. And people kept talking about how it wasn't real, it was fake, it was bullshit. And then it took like 20 years before that stuff came uncovered by the FBI. That's it? That's the finish? Raven lost that? Okay. The crowd didn't seem to care, but it wasn't terrible, I guess. It was quick. AJ3 said they're going to pair Diddy up with Trump with the photos and in the parties the two of them had. Yeah, that might be the case. The thing is, the reason why I don't like that is because Diddy is an institution in New York, and pretty much everybody met him. Everybody took pictures with Diddy. It's crazy to see people take pictures with him, but it's not a surprise. It's not like he was some unknown. Everybody knew who he was.
Lillian, I was thinking that there's so many people in this world that come so close to fulfilling their hopes and dreams, only to fail miserably. You take a step out there tonight, and you'll see an arena full of people that fit that description to a T. But tonight, I had the chance to fulfill my dreams, to prove something to the world that I've known my entire life. And that's that I am superior to my brother Edge. Tonight, everyone's making such a big deal about will Kurt Angle win the WWF title. Well, I say, who cares? Because when Unforgiven is written into the history books, it's going to remember that it was the night that Christian walked away with the Intercontinental title. So you're asking me the question, was it worth ending my relationship with my brother? You're damn right it was.
Wow, I almost forgot Edge and Christian used to be brothers. And they kind of went from being brothers to being best friends, and nobody asked any questions. Nobody even cared. But I'm interested in this. So, is this their first match? This is the first Edge and Christian match? Because I remember, Edge started breaking out, and they started doing the old jealous thing with Christian. So they're telling the story now, so I don't need to go through it. Now, were they going to arrest all those people on the Epstein list? No, they're not. The thing is, they're going to hide all that stuff. Just like they're going to hide everybody who's at the Diddy parties. They're not going to tell anybody. The thing is, enough people have talked about the Diddy parties and talked about, oh, shit, he gave him a concerto? That's sick. Christian should have cut his hair right then and there. As soon as he turned on Edge, he should have changed his entire thing. But this is great. It's a great build-up for this match. I'm assuming this is their first match. But no, this is going to let them get away. The thing is, the government wants to be able to blackmail people. So they're going to keep all that shit. And then if somebody ever gets out of line, it's going to get leaked. Just like they had a Diddy abusing Cassie video from a hotel that no longer exists. That hotel not even open anymore. So who put the video out there? That should be the question, right? How did they get video from a hotel that's been closed down for years? Well, the answer to that question should be simple. Somebody kept it in a lockbox somewhere, just in case. And they're gonna do that with all this stuff too. All these videos that they got of Diddy and all of his celebrity friends doing terrible shit, they're going to keep it for when they need it. Raven and Saturn was 5 minutes and 7 seconds. That sounds fair. Oh, they got the good edge thing. This is the Rob Zombie thing. Rango, number 95. Look at home skit boots and old dry line. Yeah, they was feeling edge at this point, brother. Never gonna stop me, never gonna stop. This match will be fun. I'm gonna sit back and watch this. I might actually talk about wrestling on this part. Scream if you want it, 'cause I want it more. Scream if you want it. It's crazy how some of the songs are dubbed on Peacock and some aren't. Like they had dubbed Henry Godwin's theme, "Don't go messing with a country boy, country boy, country boy." I was watching what was some In Your House the other day, and they were still playing some kind of fiddling music. I'm like, what is this shit? That's not Henry Godwin's theme. And I'm too old to remember if that was before he got the regular Godwin's theme or what. But I know when he was a heel, they had like the hogs and stuff all over it, but that wasn't it. He was a babyface, so I know it was "Don't Go Mess with the Country Boy," because it was him and Hillbilly Jim, and they were like dancing and clapping along with where the beat would be, and it was a completely different song. I'm like, what is this shit? It was for the hog pen match with him and Triple H. They had dubbed the theme, they changed it completely. Oh, I wish Edge and Christian got to work some main event matches when they were both in their prime. And by that, I mean like 2011, But Edge was too beat up by that point in time. But watching them as they come up is pretty good too. The thing is, they just look alike, with the long hair and everything. Like Christian's not separate enough from Edge at this point. AJ3 says, and this was in the middle of the invasion angle where you got WWE superstars joining with the Alliance and Alliance members joining WWE is crazy. Yeah, I hated the Alliance. I hate the invasion. I really do, man. It didn't make any sense. But I guess they're gonna do what they can. D said this man had 1,000 bottles of baby oil on the deck. It's crazy. He's a real 69 guy. That nigga the tribal chief of 69. You feel me? Jesus. I know parties was gay as shit, man. I can't tell you. It was sick. AJ3 says we should thank the internet if Diddy is in that video abusing Cassie, wouldn't be surprised if Jay-Z do the same thing with Beyonce like he did to her sister. He didn't do nothing to her sister. He got attacked in the elevator by her sister. He didn't do nothing to that girl. Thea Hill or Roxanne Perez, which one do you think is hotter? Mm. Mm. That's an interesting question. I'll get back to you on that because I actually am pro Latina, but I don't know. Thea Hill kind of muscular too. That Christian shirt is not fun. That purple and red is also not fun. What a sick color scheme that is. I don't know if I've ever seen purple and red go together like this. It's a little muddy. Oh, every match from this point forward is a title match, huh? Interesting. So are we done with the preliminaries? I guess you could say. Very feminine offense here by Christian. He's pulling the hair. Shawn Michaels, he's perusing IG. I love it. He's doing what's right. He's getting hot chicks who are flexible and athletic. That was a clear disqualification, sir. But this is the Attitude Era, or the tail end of the Attitude Era. Ooh wee, that was a nice chop. Nice chop. The Alliance angle was really a cover-up because they didn't get the WCW guys, minus Booker T and DDP. That's why they did the Alliance with ECW, and it was all another McMahon angle. Yeah, that was the unfortunate thing. I think it was going to be that way anyway. Even if they'd have brought in the WCW guys, it'd probably still been another McMahon angle because the McMahon family was hot on TV at this point in time. At the same time, though, I'm not so sure what they could have done. It's like the contracts were screwy, and you didn't know when any of these guys were going to come in. So, what do? You just pretend you didn't buy WCW, and then 2 years later they have an invasion. And then, well, who did you really need to have the invasion? Because Goldberg didn't come in until what, 2003? The company had already been out of business for 2 or 3 years at that point. The company was out of business for almost a year when Hogan came in. Paul Nash and all of them. Nice. German suplex. That was a nice little trick. I never seen anybody do that before. Whoa, what happened to Edge's face? He's bleeding. He got scratched. Beautiful drop kick by Christian. You could tell just by looking at this that there's something there with Christian in terms of being a heel. He's really good. Well, he got a bloody nose. These guys getting it. They out there actually working. Christian talking shit, beating the crowd. He's kicking him in the head. Like, what are you doing that for? It's amazing watching these guys have been around this long, man. The crazy thing is they just had matches against each other. Was that earlier this year? The Edge wrestled Christian again earlier this year. They haven't had that many matches against each other either. I think they probably had about 5 total. Christian is a great heel. His 2011 rivalry with Randy Orton is very underrated. I agree. I hated that he won the title because he spit on Randy, though. That was dumb. That was ridiculous. That was Vince not giving a fuck about whether Christian was over or not. He should sue the WWE. Edge's comeback is not getting the pop that it should. It's kind of soft. It's kind of soft there with the hair pulling. WG Phil says Hasbro relaunched the Secret Wars toy line. I was surprised to see how short the original toy line was. You talking about the Marvels Secret Wars? Was that from like 1980? What was that? 87? I think it was. Edge and Christian should have feuded over the world title instead of the TNT title. Yeah. Or, they could have feuded over the world title when Edge was the world champion in WWE. Christian was still there when Edge was the champion, when Edge won the title. Christian was still there. That would have been a fun little angle. And maybe reversed it so that Christian is the babyface. I think that probably would have worked. But I think Christian's been the heel every time they wrestled each other. It would be nice if they actually did the reverse every once in a while. Where Christian was the babyface in one of their matches. Unfortunately, we won't get a chance to run that in WWE where they can have their last match in WWE. They're going to end up probably having their last matches in AEW. Maybe if Vince was still there. Well, no, because Vince hates Christians. It was 1987? Okay. The original Secret Wars storyline was pretty fun. Old Marvel is really good. I have fun with old Marvel. This was before they had Christian throwing temper tantrums, right, and pouting like a baby. WG Phil says it was from 1984 to launch Mattel's storyline for a comic. In hindsight, was it a good hindsight to launch a comic for a toy line? Well, Secret Wars was good. So, yeah, it worked. Wait a minute, if I remember Secret Wars correctly, that's when all the guys ended up on space and got Black Suit Spider-Man and all that, right? So, yeah, that was a great storyline. Oh, shit. Oh, that was great. One man concerto, he kicked the leg, the chair fell on his face. That was excellent. AJ3 says, did you have any original graphic novels? I got a couple. I got I got one of the Daredevil and Black Widow graphic novels. I got one of the Punisher ones too. I got an interesting graphic novel that features like Nick Fury. Oh, he hit him in the nuts with the ladder. I mean, with the chair. I'm sorry. Great finish there. Oh, that's fantastic. What a great finish. And this didn't launch Christian to the next level. It was very good, though. Right decision. The right guy won. I don't know how long Edge had been Intercontinental Champion, but switching the title was probably the right decision here. Paul Heyman is he glazing hard. But yeah, I have a couple of those Marvel graphic novels around here somewhere. I probably got them in a box somewhere. But they usually are. The one that I really want is Abattoir, which I guess is Daredevil and Black Widow. I have one of their other ones, but I read Abattoir online. And I wanted to get a physical copy of it. Oh no, Chronic and the Brothers of Destruction. I heard this was bad. Let's see how this turns. Stevie Richards, what is he doing there? The sad part is these guys are Undertaker's friends. Stevie Richards hates the Undertaker. Why? Oh, he broke up the right to censor. Ooh, he got powerbombed out of his. Shoot. Has Stevie Richards ever talked about wrestling Undertaker? I don't remember this ever happening. Crush and Adam Bomb, they're back. Is it ever going? Are they going to mention them being Crush and Adam Bomb or no? These guys sucked in '94, so I'm pretty sure you would think they would have gotten better in 7 years. It says Tito Jackson was on tour and was fine until he started having chest pain. Then he died in the hospital. Well, he was like he was in his late 60s, right? Because Mike was almost in his 50s when he died, and Tito's a lot older than he is. So, well, Tito's he had to be like in his mid 60s, right? Heart problems for a black man in his mid 60s, not surprised. They are the WCW Tag Team Champions. Bro, get out of here with this shit. He was 71. Okay. He's cutting a very weird promo because he's not looking at the camera. He's looking at Coach. So he's like he's trying to avoid the camera. What's going on here? Tito was 73. Wow. That's real sad. They showed somebody had a video of him playing the guitar, like him doing a guitar solo. He was actually pretty good as a guitarist. This match that is TV quality that was initially broadly fine, that just fell apart as time went on, it just disintegrated from everyone involved. So is he 70, 71, or 73? Can we figure this part out real quick? I know he's not old. He's not like a slave where he had to guess what his birthday is. So we could Google that real quick. God, I hate Crush. God damn it. But at least there's a solid reason why this match is happening. Stevie Richards, mad that the right to center had been destroyed, brings in Chronic to fight the Brothers of Destruction. There's two big muscly guys to fight two big other muscly guys, so it works out. No motorcycle for Undertaker? Okay. They got a pretty good reaction. I didn't remember the American Badass being like something people cared about. I know I was kind of disappointed when they started doing that, but hey, I was always a Big Evil fan myself. When he turned heel in 2002, or was it late 2001? It was one or the other. I was all in on Big Evil. That was my shit. With this American Badass thing, I wasn't really a fan, to be quite honest. Especially since one of the last pay-per-views I watched, because I was off and on in WWF. And then one of the last pay-per-views I watched was his big return at Judgment Day 2000, where he interrupted that hour-long match between The Rock and Triple H. I was like, boy, I was pissed that match ended with a disqualification. I was fucking mad. Even though I didn't really, that's when I was like, all right, I gotta go chill. How many bad matches does the Brothers of Destruction have? Because this seemed like this is about to be a bad one. And we all know that the absolute disaster they had with Shawn and Triple H. But Triple H, yeah, but at least you could say all four of them was too old to be doing this thing at that point. Oh no, he's doing you could tell he in there with friends. He's doing drop toe holds. I hate that Undertaker's friends are like terrible wrestlers, like Henry Godwin and Brian Clark. And Brian Adams. Why couldn't he have wrestler friends that are actually good? All of his wrestling friends are bums. Tito was born in 1953. Yeah, he was 71. Or he would have been 71 next month. He was 70. Damn, he died a month before his birthday. That's sad. His sons look super young. That's why I was wondering how old he was. But then again, they probably got Botox face and all that kind of shit. So who knows? They're still trying to be a boy band, so they got to be in like their 20s. So many WCW guys, they were no good. Adam Bomb is in here beating up Kane. A guy this jacked, there's no excuse for him to not be good. You got to be trying to not be good. He should have just been Adam Bomb again. That might have been cool. What was that? You saw that kick. Kane's doing his best out there, man. This Brian Clark kid, he just ain't got it. He's aggressive at least. He's tanned as hell. Bischoff would have gave him the world title and not Sting. But that was a obviously fake punch. While they in there playing ribs, they doing neck breakers and drop toe holds. Stop it. And the tights look kind of boring too. They're like barbed wire or whatever on the tights. What was that? Oh, okay. If JR didn't call it, I wouldn't have known what it was. Kane in 01 is peak mass Kane. I don't know if you can say that. Not when you got 97 and 98 standing right in your face. I think anything that got to do with DX is a shame, though. And I think that was in 98. So maybe from his debut to the Inferno match, let's say. Everything after that is questionable. You remember Mason Ryan from the Nexus? I do. He was gigantic. Wonder how far he would have gone in his career if he stayed in the business. Not far because he sucked. No sense of urgency and Crush coming over there to stop that submission hold. He sucked. He was no good. Mason Ryan was just no good. Maybe he would have gotten better over time, if he'd been given more time. But he looked a lot like Batista too, so I'm pretty sure that didn't help matters at all. He was jacked to the gills. My God, he was huge. Crush still got a mullet. It's 2001, and he unironically got a mullet. This is Crush's fourth chance in WWF, by the way. He was a member of Demolition. He was Kona Crush. He was heel Kona Crush. He was jail guy Crush. and now he's in here and under his real name and Chronic. He is the Luke Gallows of the 90s. Just kept coming back, never got over. Only really got a job because he was friends with the boys. Look at this shit. Undertaker whiffed on that punch too, my God. And he whiffed on that knee. Brian Clark, will you please? I think Clark is blown up. I think he's blown up. This is a disaster. My hatred of Crush was like, he was one of the first people I really disliked. Outside of Demolition, I just cannot stand Crush, really. They tried to push him so hard on my youth. What y'all hated John Cena for is what I hate Crush for. Except Crush didn't actually get over. He never actually became anything. Never became a damn thing. Anywhere. He was nothing in WWF. He was nothing in WCW. He never became anything anywhere. He even went to TNA and sucked. This is sad. His mother is something else, though. I gotta tell you. Crash sucked in Japan. He sucked everywhere. And this guy was just no good. He was in the business all those years. He never learned a goddamn thing. The only thing he was good for was being another body in Demolition. Because Bill Eadie was about to have like a heart attack or something. Or he had a heart attack or heart something. He had some kind of heart problem. He was an old man, so whatever. But him working with Darso was probably the best he could do. But after that, God damn it, everything that involved Crush is terrible. Just not good. I really don't have that much vitriol. I just don't like Brian Clark. But no, yeah, Brian Adams, I'm sorry. But Brian Clark, he sucks. Jesus Christ, he's really bad. Fire Crush into the sun. Well, he should. He's big, JR. It's amazing they're both named Brian. I'm sure Vince just called them Clark and Adams. I'm pretty sure that's not. He would have just called them Clark and Adams, like an old detective show. Call them by their last names. But what about the Brooklyn Brawler? Oh yeah, Brooklyn Brawler was around a lot too, but he was a job guy, so it didn't really matter. But they kept trying to push Crush. That was the thing that blew my mind. And if you think that Baron Corbin being Kurt Angle's last match is embarrassing, guess who was the last WrestleMania opponent for Macho Man Randy Savage? Fucking Crush. Crush. The great Randy Savage had to wrestle Crush in his last WrestleMania match. Oh my God, I wish we could take that one back. I wish we could turn back time. It's disgusting. Crush had bad matches with Shawn Michaels. Like, how is that possible? Yeah, Darso was around forever too. He worked a bunch of different gimmicks. That was the 90s though. The 90s had a lot of people working a bunch of different gimmicks. But none of those guys was getting chances way into the 2000s, you know? But here Crush is, 2001, working a pay-per-view. Get the fuck out of here. I know the Brooklyn Brawler wrestled in like, 2009 or something, but he was still an underneath guy. But Charles Wright, Godfather, he worked a bunch of different gimmicks too. But at least he got one or two of them over. Like Papa Shango was over in his own way. You know, when he made Ultimate Warrior spit up pea soup, that was great. And what's the name was over? The Godfather was over. Praise God. This wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, but it was still pretty bad. That dye job they got here for Stevie Richards is hilarious. Because his hair is not that color. It's very, very dark. It's super dark. So everybody's recognizing that he dyed his hair. Oh, great choke slam. I like the end more than I like the match itself. Stevie is funny. I didn't know Stevie did so much in WWF. And then when he left, I think he didn't he break his neck or something, and he was gone for like a year. And then he came back, and Chris Masters promptly broke his face. That's terrible. Oh, that was awful. That was the first time I ever saw Chris Masters. It might have been his debut when he smashed Stevie Richards' nose right across his face. It was with a Polish hammer too, which was crazy. Poor Stevie. Somebody did just post Stevie Richards versus Mr. Perfect. I know it was a match he was looking for. I wanted to watch it, but I didn't have time to sit still and look at it. Maybe it's still online somewhere. You surprised Dr. Dev didn't break anybody's neck? Well, when those Japanese suplexes where everybody those high angle joints, I'm surprised more people don't break their neck. You're not really supposed to like bend your neck like that. I wonder how upset Undertaker is about this match right now. Considering these are his friends and everything, he's out there like, oh boy, Vince is gonna chew my ass out for suggesting these guys. Holy shit. Get some good friends, Undertaker. That's because they can drink Jack, don't mean they can wrestle. Triple H even busted Stevie Balls and killed his push. I don't know that story. Taz should get buried just for that haircut. Back around. Coming home. Channel Max wait. Just after a little while ago, she put up what she do. You know what I mean? But make sure you guys say that. Tell me. It's not just say that. Get out. Get out. Taz got a thick neck. This didn't do Booker T any favors, I can tell you that much. I'm pretty sure he lost this match. It's definitely not going to do him any favors, but whatever. Coach walking around with his shirt tucked in. He definitely at work. But Stephanie's hair is crimped. This is very 2000s, the way she's dressed, too. Is she trying to seduce Rob Van Dam? Is that what's going on here? Is that really the plan? Is it? Why is she talking to the door? But you could tell she's definitely Vince. That's for sure. Because she's throwing herself into the gimmick. She's good. $25. Wow. Somebody said, and that's absolutely true, that Jericho wouldn't be shit if he didn't get the feud with women. And that's absolutely true. Like China helped him get over. Stephanie did a tremendous job getting him over. But him having charisma, personality, being able to deliver that shit is what's working. He was funny there. He was good. Stephanie was 25 in 2001. That was 13 years ago. She's 38 today. That's what it is. No, wait, this is over 20 years ago. This was 23 years ago. So she's 48, right? She's a married woman. Oh, the Triple H thing is still going on. Oh, Lord. Ugh. What most you will not take, Vertebreaker or the Burning Hammer? I don't like that Burning Hammer, dog. I don't like that shit. The Vertebreaker, you can at least, tuck your chin and protect yourself. That Vertebreaker is nasty business. I don't want nothing to do with that. Triple H was lucky to miss the invasion. Think of how bad it would have been with him on it. He'd been insufferable. I'm looking forward to this. This is going to be great. This is not a hardcore title match, is it? I hope it's not. Well, I guess it has to be because Rob Van Dam was pigeonholed into doing hardcore matches at the time. Yeah, this is a hardcore title match. Good Lord. But I guess this is what Rob wanted to do, so they let him do it. Fuck it. Who cares? Paul Heyman is talking about ECW incessantly on this show. Incessantly. I get it. That's part of the gimmick, but Jesus. Is he going to mention that Jericho was in ECW? Oh, no. They're doing submission holds. Well, not submission holds. Really, they're just kind of doing basic wrestling stuff. But it's stuff you don't really see anymore. The crowd is woke for this. What? What was that? Nice arm drag there by Jericho. Even better one from RVD. You could tell RVD put this together. Jesus Christ. You can just look at this film. Jericho don't do shit like this, so you already know what's up. They doing wrestling. They wrestling, boy. Hardcore championship. If somebody got each other in a side headlock, I like it. I like it. I prefer this. I guess you got to earn hitting people with chairs and shit. This is great. They're doing a backslide in a hardcore match. Oh my God. Oh, great. Oh, that would hit RVD right in the mouth. Easy. Why did he jump? What's he trying to do? Jericho yelling at the ref. Oh no, they botching. Jericho's shoulder's not even down. Yikes! What is going on there? Paul never mentioned any of these guys used to be in ECW. That's sick. You're a sick man, Heyman. Some people chanting RVD. They're doing the thumbs, but I hear Y2J, so I don't know what's going on. Oh, nice slap. They getting it in. I like this so far. This is the best match so far. I can't complain. I like both guys. I'm not thrilled about it being a hardcore title match, but whatever. Oh, nice Insagiri kick by Jericho. This is fun. The crowd not biting on the pinfalls yet because they know it's a hardcore match. He slapped the tar out of Rob Van Dam. Jesus. Why is there an X-Pac sign? Why would there be X-Pac sign? Jericho's worse than a shell of himself now. Jericho's not even a corpse of Chris Jericho now. It's like he's actually embarrassing himself a little bit. He still has the personality and he can get the gimmick over. He just can't work the matches anymore. Uh-oh. Oh, no. That's another miscommunication. That's like the fifth one. They've been botching a lot in this match, but they're professionals, so it's not looking too bad. Unlike when Chronic was botching, they look lost. These two guys are botching it, but they're not. It's still not too bad. They had a great match at the King of the Ring, wasn't it? Was it the next year, the year after this? Oh, now they outside the ring, which is exactly what Rob Van Dam wants to do. I miss Rob. I miss guys like Rob too. Like Rob was charismatic. He might have been a spot monkey, but at least he had charisma. And he know how to sell. Like he's selling right now. These guys today, they learned the spot monkey shit from RBD, but they didn't learn how to sell. And they don't have his natural charisma. Like Rob couldn't really talk. Like he couldn't really cut promos, but he had charisma. He had personality. Like Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy wasn't a strong promo, but he had a strong cool factor. These guys today don't even have a cool factor. They just do moves. Oh, it seems like the only reason this match is a hardcore match at all is because of that title. Like, there's no feud here. Well, I guess there is a feud with Jericho and Stephanie. Jericho be laying them chops in, boy. They ain't fucking around. Oh, I'm enjoying this one. This one's good. When this match is over, somebody do me a favor and let me know what Cage Match thought of it or Meltzer, one or the other. I'm gonna start asking guys to give me what the ratings were for the match so I can respond to that. Oh, suplex on the ladder. My goodness. Psychologically, it makes sense because one of Jericho's finishers is the Boston Crab. You got to be careful with that because he could have landed with his own head hitting the ladder. Oh, this match got 4 stars? Okay. Ooh. Did RVD have any 5-star matches? Because I know at least that first match with Jerry Lynn got to be 5 stars. I can think of a couple of Rob Van Dam matches that should be 5 stars. It was 16 minutes, 33 seconds. That's fair. Pay-per-view, 2 young guys in their prime. Storyline's kind of okay. RVD's a mercenary for Stephanie McMahon who can't fight Jericho herself. Rolling Thunder. Oh, not quite the Rolling Thunder, but it was close. Ooh. About to do a bulldog? Yep. That's a move you don't see much anymore. You don't see bulldogs a lot. Lion Salt. Oh, he landed on his feet. Oh, great kick by RVD. They cooking. And Jericho moved himself in position. Hey, missed the 5-star frog splash. 1, 2. Oh, that was close. Very good. That was a believable 2 count right there. And the crowd believed it. They bought into it. RVD was stiff. This is a hardcore match, and they haven't used anything more than this chair right now. It's still been very good. Oh, my goodness. Kurt Hennig saved Jericho breaking neck. That was on Nitro, if I remember correctly. He put his knees up as Jericho was about to just kill himself on a box of lion salt. He's about to Hayabusa himself. That's why I don't understand why Jericho's in his 50s still doing it. Uh-oh. RVD climbing the ladder. Here comes some work. Jericho's up. He's got a chair. Oh, he threw the chair at his face. I wonder if Rob having fun here. Is he enjoying this? Or what? What we got going on here? Oh, Jericho's trying to do his Boston Crab on the ladder gimmick. And he actually got it. Oh, that's not bad. That's good. This is the first time he ever did that? 'Cause I'm pretty sure he did it before this. Jushin Liger has changed style of wrestling. You talking about the light heavyweight stuff on American television, which is like technically, I don't. Was it the first time? Well, no, because the Guerreros were doing kind of like that kind of stuff on TV, but on like national television, yeah, maybe. Whoa, nice springboard! Oh my goodness. Jushin Liger definitely woke everybody up to the light heavyweight style, though. Him and Pillman, they changed a lot in pro wrestling. And then Mark Merrill came in and he was doing some really good high flying shit too, but he was heavier than those guys. Like if you go back and watch like Mark Merrill, like Wildman Mark Merrill stuff, it was actually you could tell that they probably would have given him pretty high ratings today. Like I just watched his match with Stone Cold Steve Austin. I think it was at International Incident. He had a really solid match with Steve Austin when he was doing like acai moonsaults and springboard planches and everything. I was like, what is Mark Merrill doing? Because I completely forgot that was his style before he tore up his knee. You know, when he was the Wild Man, he was doing some really cool shit. And he was bronze as hell, too. I thought he was black for the first couple of years. Rick Martel don't want anything to do with wrestling. He's one of those guys that got out the business and disappeared. Oh, nice spot. You don't see that anymore either. Guys run each other's shoulders into the rope. Lashley used to do it, but they still work in a body part, like he working the shoulder. Ooh. If Mark Merrill would have been able to stay healthy, I think he would have been a top guy in WWF. Because Vince seemed to be interested in him, gave him the Intercontinental title, and really only took Sable from him once he couldn't do the flips and shit anymore. Once his athleticism and everything changed. Like when he became a boxer, which I'm pretty sure was a Vince Russo idea, because Mark Merrill was legitimately a boxer. So he's got to be what he really is, which killed his gimmick, because he was actually a really good high flying wrestler. He could have just modified his style to do, like maybe he can't do the wild thing anymore, which is a shooting star press. Maybe he wasn't gonna be able to do that anymore, but he could have did some other things. He could have just he could have still used the TKO as a finisher, but still was able to break out some of his high flying moves and be flashy and everything. That would have worked. Unfortunately, they made him a boxer, and that killed everything. Oh, here comes Stephanie because time's looking bad. Now she's there. Oh shit! He legitimately threw that. Ooh wait, Van Daminator. Now he's just rolling himself into place. Didn't Adrian Adonis die in like a car crash or something? I forgot already. Ooh, 5-star frog splash. That's the finish, brother. 1, 2, excellent match. Yeah, that was a great one. And it wasn't too much. They used 3 items: the ladder, the chair, and they used the ladder a lot. And there was a little interference. But mostly it was just they did stuff outside the ring. They gave them a little bit more space to do things. They didn't crash through any tables, or they didn't use the steps or anything like that. So not a hardcore match, but a great match nonetheless, with a little bit of hardcore stuff in it. People would complain about this match today. It's not hardcore. What kind of hardcore match is this? Amazing. This is really good. This is worth the price of admission. Jericho, RVD, 4 stars from Meltzer or whatever. Okay, it was worth it. 4 stars, I can see it. It was excellent. Booker T trying to psych himself up by counting on his fingers. Oh, yeah. Shane O'Mac. I'm all about Booker T versus The Rock. I'm all about that. But this handicap match idea, I don't know if I like that. If I remember correctly, that SummerSlam match was pretty good. But I don't really remember it. We'll see if this is better. I don't remember much about that SummerSlam match. Is that Rey Mysterio's theme playing? Oh no, look at the midget Booker T. Booker T is so good, man. I love Booker T. And he's being mocked, but he's going along with it. He's got to know that he's being treated like shit. He's not really being treated like a main event guy here, but he's working through it. Shane McMahon didn't wrestle Rob Van Dam. Well, then again, yeah, why would he? It would have been fun if they had, though. But that seemed like something that would have been happening during the Invasion era or something. Why would I see Coco Beware beating up a jobber? I've seen plenty of Coco Beware matches with him beating jobbers. I don't understand what would be so special about that. Did he go like Perry Saturn on a jobber or something? Because if that's the case, I didn't see that. Put that in the Discord. Test is still there? This TNN era. Maybe I need to go and look at this. Because I don't remember. Well, I don't think I watched the Raw. I don't think I watched a single episode of Raw when they was on TNN. I've seen most of the main events that I need to see, like Shawn versus Rob Van Dam or Shawn versus Goldberg. But I don't think I've ever watched a single episode of Monday Night Raw all the way through that was on TNN. Maybe I ought to just go and do a what's the name? A binge of Raw on TNN and do a review of it or something. I heard it was bad, but I wasn't watching it. Test was around until 2003. Okay. Yeah, because I think his last stint was with Scott Steiner, right? So I remember he was there when Scott Steiner was there, but I thought he was gone and had come back. I know when he came back super jacked, that was ridiculous. He was too jacked. He was barbarian jacked. He was too jacked to move. That's like EC3. Ooh. 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 Shane was like a dork. But that it actually works for his gimmick. They flipping off Booker T. Why? There's Rock with the big gold. He don't look right with this belt. Jesus. He don't wear it. He just carries the belt everywhere. Did The Rock ever wear a belt? I don't think he ever wore a belt. I think he always just carried it in his hand. The fans love The Rock. This show is 2 hours and 37 minutes. This is the co-main event, isn't it? What's after this? They don't have any other titles. So I guess this match is about to be pretty long. And then Angles and Austin going to work a pretty long match. I heard SmackDown's going to 3 hours. Man, that's murder. And you know what? Raw going to be 3 hours too. So you think Raw not going to go back to 3 hours when they go to Netflix? Brother, you're wrong, mister. Nick Khan said it himself. He would make Raw 8 hours if he could. Now Steiner was something else, boy. He was a piece of work. Scott Steiner was huge. They said, let's go. Who? Yeah, they doing fly ass tags now. They trying to be stylish. Shane taking off running. How the Rock can't catch him? Didn't you play defense for him? Why would Shane McMahon want to wrestle in this match at all? Except for to give Booker T a break. They should take some shots at because they're talking about the great legacy of the WCW championship. They're like, are you serious? Vince Russo was a champion. David Arquette was a champion, for God's sake. I guess they're trying to ignore that kind of stuff, act like it was a really big deal. The Rock being a WCW champion seemed like a fever dream. Like, this don't seem like it lasted very long. The Rock was never the champion a long time anyway. He was more of a draw on his own. He never really needed a long run with the belt. That's what people didn't understand about Sasha Banks. That she didn't need to be champion a long time. That was an ugly, ugly belly to belly. Rock has the worst belly to belly of all time. There's no locking of the fingers or anything. It's just a motion. Where you're supposed to go over his head. Shane is funny as shit. The worst sharpshooter of all time. Except for the sharpshooters I see nowadays. I thought the Rock sharpshooter was the worst I'd ever see. And then I see people holding the sharpshooters by the ankle. I'm talking both hands on the ankle. Like, how? Like, I could do that move as a kid. How could you not do it as a fully trained pro wrestler? But it's not illegal because Shane is in the match. Great clothesline. That was actually put some weight behind that joint, too. Shane was such an impressive athlete. My goodness. He's a tremendous athlete. Shane McMahon, A+ player. He could talk. He could work. He knew how to get heat. A+ player. Main event guy. He wrestled in baseball jerseys. A+ player. That is Nick Patrick. I was wondering like who that referee was. Yikes. It seems like Shane is getting more offense in than Booker is. It's only Booker is he's getting road runner and coyote around this joint. And Shane is actually the one bumping the Rock around. Oh, he got a chair. Yeah, it's a chair. It's called cheating, sir. Oh my goodness. I'm paying attention. I'm noticing that this match is booked around Shane attacking Rock from behind and everything. Booker T trying to fight him head up and is looking very, very, very effective in doing so. Oh. Nice. Nice. They're having a hell of a one. This was not too bad. This is actually pretty good. I'm not mad at this. He just called Nick Patrick an incompetent wrestler. Could you sound more biased, Jim Ross? Booker T doing a hell of affectations all over this show. Everything with him is dramatic. Oh, he's busting out the spinner Rooney already. My God. Oh, shit. Roll up. Woo. What a clothesline. Great job. That was good. Oh, Booker, he just hit a cameraman. with the top of that damn table, the Spanish announce table. Shane going up top. Shane going up top. Oh no, the Rock fighting back. He ran right into it. Hugo, where you go? Oh, there he is. I know somebody speaks Spanish. I think Stone Mexican guy speaks Spanish. Is he on there? What was it like? Listening to the Spanish commentary while these guys trying to tear up the table. He's an old man too. Ooh, great chop. Samoan drop. Great job. Rock don't cinch up on shit, man. He just throw you in the air, bro. Oh, now you got the belt. You got the big gold. Yes, sir. It's a big belt. No, he's counting. And his back is to Shane. The referee can't see. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, now Nick Patrick can clearly see the belt. Oh, right in front of the ref. Okay. Well, at least the ref works for Shane. See how JR is indignant that Shane is cheating, and that should have been a disqualification. And instead of making excuses, he's he's making it obvious that Nick Patrick is an inferior referee who's fully in the tank for Shane McMahon because he just hit a man with a belt right in front of him and didn't do shit. They're building some nice drama in this match. Rock not just outmatched, but now they've begun to cheat. JR is so indignant about these things because yes, they are tagging now. I'm enjoying this thing actually. This is actually not bad, man. This is fun. Shane is just like the dessert to come in and do a little spot here and there. Physically, no match for The Rock. Oh, oh, Rock making his comeback now. Yeah, Shane, he's stalling like a Mortal Kombat character. Laying the smackdown. DDT from The Rock. Did he tear a hole in his shirt? Oh, the kip up from Shane. Oh, look at that. You about to do the people's elbow, huh? No. It would have been nice if he gave him like a spine buster or something he kept up. That was great. Oh, rock bottom. Oh, spine buster. Here come the people's elbow. Look how fired up the people are, man. They are fired up. Oh shit, it's Test. Right in front of the ref. My God, right in front of the ref. Look, running boot. Are they trying something with Test here? Or this is just like Shane needs goons? Oh shit, here comes Bradshaw. He got like a weapon. What is that? He got a pipe. Oh shit. Test better beat it. That's random. That's random as hell. Why is Test a member of the Alliance? Why is Nick Patrick trying to put The Rock back in the ring? It is ridiculous. It's nonsense. But I love it. They're going full Mexico with this heel referee. I love it. Nick Patrick. How the WWF referee gonna complain? It's not the WWF title on the line. It's the WCW title. So who cares? Beat it, referee. Get out of here, Kyoto. Just fast count him at this point, Nick Patrick. Oh no, Kyoto just cost him the title. What are you doing? Why is the WWF have the baby faces, which is hilarious? Why are you doing this? Nick Patrick, you idiot. This shit is great, bro. This shit is great. Oh, look at he just clobbered Kyoto. He just clobbered him. This is amazing. What did this match get in terms of like ratings and shit? This is fun. It ain't no technical masterpiece, but it's classic WWF shit. Oh no, rock bottom. There ain't no ref. There ain't no ref. Wait a minute, who is that? Is that Hebner? No. Oh, that don't count. That don't count. It's a WWF referee. Oh no, and Booker T took the pin. Of all people. That was good. That was really good. I enjoyed that. They built that one nicely. Sure, The Rock beats two people. That's not my favorite thing in the world, but okay. Yeah, why is he trying to officiate a WWE title match? This was a fun match. It was better than I thought it would be. Worthy of this co-main event spot. Very good. Hell of an effort by The Rock. The Rock is an underrated wrestler, even though I kind of, I shit on him a lot myself, but when The Rock is on his A game, he's on. He did really good here. Booker T did a great job too. Oh no, it's William Regal. Rhino.
This is a very important match for
Young Tajiri.
I don't want to take any chances.
Please, I promise I won't get involved. I just want to be there for Tajiri.
Oh no.
I still.
I still do.
So you like each other, do you?
So you like each other,
Go
don't
on,
you?
man. Run along.
What do we got going on here? Why is Jerry about to wrestle after The Rock? What's happening here? This seemed like it was a Sunday Night Heat affair they're talking about. Is this the cool down match? The dead zone?
But you know, you're not the only one who has
What is happening? Yeah, what is happening? Why is she shaving in the bathtub? Is that the Sunny theme that they're playing? I Know You Want Me for Stacy Keibler? What's happening? It's very 2000s, brother. Oh my goodness. Oh no, it's Rhino. Oh no. Talk about a moldy wrestler. Rhino's got the same gimmick since 1999. 25. He's still wrestling today. He wrestled on the. Did he wrestle on the TNA show or did he just make an appearance? It was one or the other. Timestamp, it is 2 hours straight. It's the beginning of Rhino and Tajiri. I'm trying to figure out why they wrestling each other. Oh, the WCW United States title. Okay. And Tajiri is this champ. Okay. Why is Tajiri the United States champion? How did he come to be the United States champ? He wasn't in WCW. Tajiri had a better career than I remember. I don't remember him having this belt. This thing feels super mid card and the crowd don't care. Oh shit. They're working fast, so this one's probably gonna be short. Wonderful Acai moonsault there by Tajiri. I always liked Tajiri. His most recent run ended pretty quickly. Really sad. He was basically a jabroni on NXT or whatever. Or was it like 205 Live and then next thing you know, it was time to go. Mm. I'm not a huge fan of Rhino matches, I gotta tell you. Not that, just not a big fan of the guy. Just not that much interested in Rhino. But I guess they needed to cool down. I saw people actually talking about, yeah, there's no cool down matches anymore. That's great. I'm like, are you fucking serious? That's because the whole show's a cool down match. Fucking nothing happens on the shit no more. He got the nerve to do a chin lock at this point in the show. If you don't hurry up and get your ass out of the ring right now. He got injured in NXT and WWE decided not to continue using him. I thought his wife wanted him to go back to Japan. I believe that was the story I read, that Tajiri's wife wanted to go back to Japan. That's why they ended up going back. Oof. Well, that might have been Kushida, that his wife wanted to go back to Japan. We might have him and Kushida mixed up. So I know Kushida basically quit. Like, he didn't get cut. Why is Rhino chasing Tori Wilson now? And she can't run in them heels, so you should be able to catch her. Damn, she's running like a white girl in a horror movie. Well, she technically is, but come on. Twisted her ankle. Oh, poor baby. And Rhino's going to attack her, is he? Oh, shit. That was a nice finish. Oh, that's not the finish. Never mind. That'd have been a great finish. That kick to the head would have landed, and that was the pin for him. The tarantula is over. Oh, he can't do it. He couldn't get it because Rhino was too fat. But they're going to blame his ribs, I guess. Even though Rhino's technically not fat here. He ain't got fat yet. It took him about another 20 years or something to get fat. Who better than Terry? Everybody, I guess. Assuming Terry is Rhino. Oh, shit. Oh, well, Rhino wins. I'm surprised Vince didn't give Rhino a complete makeover. But then again, he probably would have resisted it, like Rob Van Dam did. I bought this one pair of tights, and I'm going to wear them. I want my giant R on my back. It was short, which is the best for a Rhino match. Rhino wins a title. Well, good for you. Good for you. Is it time for the main event, guys, now? Yeah. Yeah. It's Angle. It's Austin. I'm ready. Wow. Babyface Kurt Angle, too, brother. Wait a minute. They ended SummerSlam with a disqualification? They did the milk truck thing the night after SummerSlam? Holy hell. What is happening here? I didn't watch none of this shit live. So my mind is blown. Who got the more broken neck, Steve Austin or Kurt Angle? At this point in time, it's actually Steve Austin. Steve Austin was too funny as a heel, bro. 2 hours, 8 minutes. Time step, 2 hours, 8 minutes. The video package for the main event is on. Oh no, he threw the gold medal over the bridge. Oh shit, he attacked him with a pipe for that? Well, wait a minute. What's happening? He kidnapping him. Oh no, he about to murder him. Is he crying? Oh, you got it. No, he pushed him in the water. Damn, he just pushed him right off the damn stage. They changed Austin's character too much. Come on, man. Do I think heel Austin was a success? No, no. He's doing a good job, but I don't know. I don't think it's any, I don't think it's anything people will remember. Well, he just power drives him on the cement. A man with an already broken neck. How long ago was this? It's like they're doing a lot to each other. Between August and September, they kidnapped each other, threw each other's gold medals off the thing, hit each other with pipes, power drive them on the cement, and they still want to wrestle this match. SummerSlam was what, 3 weeks before this? They were going through all the angles. To think that Austin's neck was in more peril than Kurt Angle's at this point. Angle broke his neck in '96. He hadn't broke his neck the second time yet. So is that his daughter? Oh, it's a home. I'm getting chills. Kurt Angle had only been in WWE 2 years at this point. He came in at Survivor Series '99, so technically he was only there for like a year and some change. He wasn't even on his full second year yet. What an amazing performer. Next level performer, that Kurt Angle. Did they dub Stone Cold's new music? Oh. This is the one thing I do miss about the Attitude Era is the high octane main events. Like these guys brought a lot of energy to their main events. Like the spectacle wasn't there. Like they didn't do the big in-ring, big fight feel with the spotlight. Like that's good shit. But the main events having like so much energy going into them is a miss. Is a miss today. No, this is his invasion thing. I don't think maybe I didn't. I don't know. I thought he had his other heel thing. I forget. They're doing a great job showing that Austin don't want to use the kick to go into the ankle lock. Oh my goodness, a loose stairs press. Austin took that bump. He's working very hard. I think Austin will probably work harder as a heel than he did as a babyface. Like when you watch heel Austin, and this point in time, he's still taking a lot of bumps and everything. He's working very hard. It's amazing that Austin would be completely shot a few months later. He would be almost completely washed from this. Because going into WrestleMania, what was that? Not 18, 19. He was basically shot to shit. He couldn't function. So he probably had another year left in that body. Austin had been in the business for a long time already at this point. Made a ton of money. He's basically doing victory laps by turning heel. Him turning heel was a gift to guys like Kurt Angle and The Rock, because it gave him a chance to beat the top guy, and he had to move to the side. And I guess it was useful because Triple H wasn't there. But they definitely should have used somebody else instead of Austin. I guess they tried to be as provocative as possible. But this is another Sergeant Slaughter. Sergeant Slaughter was a huge baby face for WWF, made a ton of money, and then they turned him heel to face Hulk Hogan, and it ended up being a huge mistake. But Austin bounced back more than Sergeant Slaughter did. Sometimes the heel turn is not advised. Some people would say that the most recent Becky Lynch heel turn was not advised. I disagree. I thought she did a good job. But just because they do a good job doesn't mean the crowd buying into it. I mean, you could just look at how the work is. It's different. There seems to be so much more animation. There's so much more kinetic back then than it is now. I will say that. They're slowing it down now with the sleeper and everything. Jawbreaker. And look at Austin taking his bump instead of just going straight down. Everybody got a broken neck in this match. Neck surgery and licking his lips looking at this match. He counting the coins already in his head. He's the greatest WWF champion of all. Really? Is that what we're going with here? Is this the same run from when Austin won the belt at WrestleMania? Did he didn't lose it in between, did he? Because he's been being champion from March to like September. I'm pretty sure Angle's going to win this match. So I don't know for sure, but I'm just saying I'm pretty sure he's going to win this match. But is this the same run from when he won the title at WrestleMania? I don't know. Hebner just letting anything go. They've been outside forever. He's trying to get him back in the ring, but they're ignoring him. No wonder AEW can do whatever they want. Look at what Kurt Angle and Steve Austin. Oh, he threw him off the damn. He threw him off the ramp. Why would you have a KURT sign where nobody can see it unless they just so happen to fight on the ramp? Timu says it would have been interesting to have Austin turn heel and align himself with Heyman instead of Vince. That would have been a great twist because Paul believes in Steve, and it would have made sense because Austin was in ECW. That would at least the heel turn would have made sense. Like him wearing a WCW shirt when he got fired from WCW dumb. I wonder if that idea was pitched that Austin would go with Heyman, and maybe that was the idea, is that they put him in mm, in the alliance, so he would be with Paul, but he's not with Paul really. I guess they hadn't really found out. They wanted Paul to do commentary and occasionally do some rabble rousing. They weren't interested in using Paul as a manager yet. But it would have been a great idea. That's one of those 50-50, 20/20 hindsight joints. Like if you was gonna have Austin turn on the WWF, it should have been him turning on Vince. Not the fans, not the boys, but him saying he don't want anything to do with Vince McMahon. And then Paul Heyman saying, "I gave you your first opportunity. You should come side with us." Of course, it still wouldn't have made sense for Austin to be involved with the invasion at all, considering one of his gimmicks is don't trust anybody. Why would he even join a group? But if he's got to join a group, then joining ECW side would have been the best option. Oh, he took that bump on his knees. He wasn't gonna take that bump on his back. That's for sure. Hebner has let everything go. He's one of the most lenient refs ever. Man. Oh, that back body drop on the floor like it hurt like hell. Oh, Austin's bleeding. Austin's busted. Austin's leaking. Things is about to tick up a little bit. Wounded Steve Austin is one of the top level performers. Stone Cold bloody, next level. That's Big Match John stuff right there, brother. Oh, I always liked Steve more as a heel anyway. Um, but I'm not sure if I like this whole invasion. I don't like this invasion anymore. I was never a fan. He's risen to the occasion. There's 14 minutes left in the show. Oh, Yikes. Well,
Busted open an angle.
Timo prefers a Cody wholesome top babyface to an Austin top asshole babyface, and I'm an Austin guy. But I like my babyface being a role model and a good person. I like it too. I would prefer it. I think it seems. I like it when it's natural to people and it feels like it's the right thing to do. Nothing is worse than anybody trying to fake either position. Steve Austin fit the badass babyface persona and the mold, so it worked. But Kurt Angle type of guy seems like the role model babyface kind of. That seems to work for him. Like if Cody was trying to be Steve Austin, it wouldn't work. Yeah, I think he wanted a gold knee, or he wanted a black knee brace. Here. But yeah, that's when you knew Austin was fully in the heel bag. He started wearing red knee braces and gold knee braces, and the vest too. The vest became like gold and red and everything. Yeah, the baby faces being forced is shit. It's the same thing with heels. When people are out of their alignment and it doesn't feel natural, it sucks. That's part of the reason why people are so terrible, because they don't fit the character. They're being what they want to be on TV. That's always been a problem with Damian Priest. After we body slam each other on concrete, we're gonna go and work this reverse chin lock real quick. We're gonna go ahead and slow this thing down. Look at that facial expression. Isn't it there's been blood in every match on this show so far, but it's been natural? Like natural cuts from the guys hitting each other or the guys hitting uh, hard ways. It hasn't come across like these guys are blatant all up and through this show, even though there's probably been blood in every match. Oh, great roll up. Timu finds it funny how in 2024 being pro-American core values is a heel move. Yeah, that began when Jack Swagger tried to be a pro-American, ended up being a heel. Today he be the biggest baby face in the world. He's trying to get rid of the illegals. Well, MJF is corny as shit because they were doing that show in England. That's why they did that. But yeah, that would have been great. Ooh, great suplex there. We got more coming. I know we got more coming. Where are all the Radical guys at? No Benoit. He probably had a bad neck at this point. And Eddie was probably fired. Because Saturn was on this show, but no Dean Malenko. Yeah, we probably on the Sunday Night Heat or something. His heart don't know he hurt. Great call by JR. Austin getting into his work rate bag. Saturn was on this show. Saturn wrestled Raven on this show, but I don't know where Dean Malenko was. He might have been on Sunday Night Heat or something. Realizing his dream. Wouldn't this be his second title run? Oh. That spine buster was something else, boy. Yes, sir. That was illegal. Highly illegal. Highly illegal. Yeah, Austin is trying to get disqualified, brother. He got disqualified at SummerSlam, so he up to no good. Yeah, Saturn wrestled Raven in the on like the second or third match on this show. Oh shit! Great chop. You learned that one from Ricky Steamboat. Damn, he manhandling the refs. Oh, he kicked him in the balls. That's highly illegal. I did see it. Everybody saw it. Oh no, we're not doing that. We're not snitching. We're not snitching. Interesting DDT there. Damn, he came fell right on the concrete. He must have forgot. What a stunner. Angle's turned up. He's locking in. Angle's balding bad too. Counter. Ooh. That was a back suplex. It was okay. 1, 2. I'm going for that power driver on SmackDown. So you power drive them on concrete on SmackDown? So not the SmackDown before this show. Oh, power driver, there it is. Malenko down bad. He just did an interview with AEW. I didn't watch it because it looked sad. Poor Dean. He did I think it's a Hey AEW interview with RJ City recently. There weren't even any clips posted, so he must didn't say anything on the show. Austin is fired up. Oh no, he countered it. He lured him in. He suckered him in. That's the ankle lock. It's on. Oh, Austin tapped out. He tapped out. One ankle lock and he tapped out. Wow. Oh, they're going to reverse that. He had his hand in the ropes. They got the camera all in Kurt's mama's face. Like, please give us some kind of reaction. She ain't got nothing for you. Austin lost by submission. That's crazy. That was a gimmick finish, though. I like that. Great gimmick finish. Austin got a bitch because his hand was under the rope, and the ref didn't see it. This is huge. Hometown win. Family in the ring. Won the match by submission with one finisher. Now what the fuck the Rock doing? Oh, Rock come out here to shake his hand? Oh, okay. So all the boys are coming out here now. Undertaker giving him a hug. Oh, look at this. What's Taka Michinoku at? He's still there. Wait, that is Taka Michinoku, right? Scotty Tuhati and look, it's Spike, not Spike. There's Spike Dudley out there. And look at young Karen before she decided to get into the business and ruin this man's life. That was tremendous. That was tremendous. The top three matches delivered. RVD versus Jericho kicked ass. The main event ruled. Rock versus Booker T was really good. The rest of the show, not so much. But those three matches were very good. Those three matches were very good. So overall, I thought it was a pretty good show. Overall, it rocked. Even though I think most of the matches weren't any good. Like the Brothers of Destruction thing with Chronic, that was a disaster. The first match, I hate it because it's Big Show, Saturn and Raven, just Saturn and Raven. I mean, but Edge and Christian was pretty good too. I forgot about that one. Edge and Christian was pretty good. So I think about half the card was really good. Edge and Christian, Jericho, RVD, which was the best match of the night. Austin and Angle, which was the second best match of the night. Rock and Booker T, which was probably the fourth best match of the night. So it was a really good show. Overall, it was really good. May watch another 2001 pay-per-view. Or maybe I'll move over to 2002. But 2000 and 2001 is kind of like my blind spot in terms of my wrestling history, a WWE history, because I stopped watching it when it went to TNN. Overall, though, this thing was pretty good. Austin was great. He did a really good job. Yeah, Funaki was just on. Wasn't he on NXT recently or something? Yeah, he was on NXT last week. I think he's one of the Japanese announcers. I think, but he was there for Julia. He was supposed to do her translations, but then she figured out she could talk English for herself. But Funaki is still there. That's crazy. He got to be one of the longer tenured guys around there too. I don't think Funaki ever left when he got hired. I don't think it was ever a time where Funaki got fired and then he came back. I think he's just been there the entire time. So he's probably one of the guys who knows where the bodies are buried. You're gonna have to get Funaki to go back to Japan and go talk to some magazine about everything he knows. What did you see skulking around backstage in WWE? All right, but so since we watched the 2001 pay-per-view, next month, which will be October, there was some talk of doing one of the other Bad Blood shows. There aren't that many of them. I think it's only like 4 Bad Blood shows. I don't want to watch Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels, not because it's not great, but because I've seen it so much. Maybe Bad Blood 2002 was Shawn and Triple H in that 45-minute Hell in a Cell match. I don't know about that. Or was that 2004? I think that was 2004. I think 2003 was Nash and Triple H in a Hell in a Cell. I have that on DVD, but I don't remember the rest of the card. But I want to go back to this era for the next. I think it's been a while since we've done an outside of WWE pay-per-view too. I know some of you guys don't have more than one device, or we could do like a TNA pay-per-view. So I don't know. Maybe we'll go and do WCW or something. Do they? Well, shit. Yeah, maybe we'll do a WCW pay-per-view instead, or maybe an ECW pay-per-view, or maybe a TNA one that they've posted on YouTube. We've been watching a lot of WWF lately. WG Fields thinks is I think it was only 2003 and 2004. 2004 was Shawn versus Triple H. 2003 was Nash versus Triple H. There was no Bad Blood in 2002. You're right. What? Oh, that was No Mercy. I was thinking of I think it was Kane and Triple H, which it was like I think title for title. They had a title for title match, and that was No Mercy. I might have that on DVD too. Uh, let's do a best of Raw 2024 watch along. Man, you got to be kidding! Ain't no best of Raw 2024. It'd probably just be Gunter Intercontinental Championship matches. Halloween Havoc '97. Oh no, that's kind of played out. Hmm. I don't want to watch something that has like a match that I've seen a lot. I like watching shows that I don't really remember the outcome or what happened on the show, so I can be surprised in watching it. But I watch a lot of WCW pay-per-views in my spare time. I watch a lot of In Your Houses in my spare time too. Like I tried watching I haven't watched every In Your House yet, but I've seen them all, of course. But I haven't watched them like in a row yet. I've just been popping in one per day and just letting it run while I eat dinner or something. I watched the International Incident for the first time in a long time. I don't remember that crowd being that amped for a 6-man tag main event, but they were lit for that. Small UK technical wrestlers, the ultimate compilation watch along. I'll go to sleep. Trying to put me to. You want to hear me snore online? WG Phil says, I was thinking we could watch an NXT 2.0 pay-per-view like Halloween Havoc or War Games to see how Vince saved NXT for 6 months. You know, that's actually a good idea. You know, we still got some time to pitch ideas around. Still got some ideas to pitch around. NXT might be fun. A WCW might be fun. A TNA show might be fun. Oh my goodness. Oh shit. That was a lot of dead air. I forgot where I was. The best of the Big Show. Oh Lord. All right. So if you want to pitch some ideas, please do so in the Discord. And next month, when it's time to do another watch along, we could either do a Bad Blood show or October show from TNA, NXT, or WCW or something. And that could be fun. But for now, I thank everybody for stopping by, and I appreciate you guys. I'll talk to you guys later. What's the Discord? Jesus, it's got to be on my bio somewhere, or I'll put it in the comment section so guys can join it. All right, so I'll put the Discord in the comment section as soon as I turn this off. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later.